Thanks for bringing the boys home. It helps having them upstairs in their own beds.
Yeah. You know, they would have been welcome to stay at Windermere for as long as you needed them to.
I know. I just need them with me. You know, getting them all settled in, it kind of helps lessen the pain, even if it's just for a moment. And Cameron already wants to know what's for breakfast tomorrow, so it's gonna force me to get out of bed.
You sure it's not too much too soon?
I have to focus on Cameron and Aiden. I need to know that I can do this. I'm just gonna hope that the car with the forged plates is the one that hit Jake, because then we can move forward from part of this tragedy and start helping Lucky.
It won't bring the little guy back, but it'd sure make it a lot easier on everybody if Caroline had nothing to do with this.
Jake saved Jocelyn. If Carly's the one that hit Jake, the guilt's gonna be so heavy.
I can't imagine. Killing a child, even by accident, how do you ever get past that?
I'm just gonna go with the forged plate scenario for now.
Okay, here he is.
Hey, I was worried about you. I was trying to call you, but you weren't answering.
Oh, yeah, no, I was out at St. Timothy's. You know. It's nice this time of year, and leaves are starting to come out, and everything's coming alive. And it's quiet. Kind of hear myself think.
Coffee?
I got all these calls. I got 2 missed calls from Leslie Lou, 3 from Dante. You have any idea what he wants?
I think it's about the suspect list. It's getting shorter.
And closer to home. Look, you'll hear about this soon, so you may as well hear it from us. Your cousin Caroline is on that list.
You're the driver who hit Jake?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't even... Elizabeth lives on Lexington, and Jake was hit after he ran out of the house, so it makes sense that he was hit on Lexington, and I was driving on Lexington, and I wasn't paying attention.
Why do you think that you're the one who hit him?
Because there's a list of suspects, and I'm on the list.
Do you remember
Mason.
hitting him?
I tried to remember. It's just the whole drive is a blank.
Maybe it wasn't you. So listen, I'd be happy to send over Norma for a while. She can take care of some meals, laundry, that sort of thing. Anything you need, really.
It's funny to hear you talk about laundry. Because when I first met you, you thought clothing magically appeared in your closet.
You mean it doesn't? Sorry.
We had a lot of fun, didn't we? You and Emily and me and Lucky. The 4 Musketeers.
That was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know why I'm thinking about that.
Because it doesn't hurt. Believe me, I know. I grieved for Emily for far too long.
Well, you don't have to worry about me, because Stephen's moving in here for a little bit just so I won't be alone. And
Okay.
Olivia's so sweet, she brought a casserole over so we can eat. Cameron and Aiden, they're a constant reminder that I have to stay in the present.
Children have a way of doing that, don't they?
It's amazing how they don't have a concept of death. I think Cameron believes that Jake is coming back from heaven.
Look, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't overstep by telling him that that's where Jake is.
I don't know how to tell him that Jakey's not coming home. I don't know how to believe it myself. Well, they're down to the last 3 cars, so there are others that are on the list.
No. It's Carly. It's her. I mean, how many other people do you know who are capable of hitting a child and just driving away?
No, she wouldn't do that if she were aware that she...
No, it's an accident, Dad. Of course it's an accident. I mean, Carly's entire existence is a series of accidents. That way she's not responsible for anything she ever does.
Now, don't jump to conclusions. Stick with what you know.
Well, look, you don't know what she's like, seriously. Carly is so focused on herself and what she wants at any given moment, she doesn't care who gets in her way.
Lucky, she was driving to the hospital because Jocelyn was in pediatric ICU.
Yeah, that makes even more sense. She was probably driving erratically, completely distracted, only thinking about herself and her daughter. Are you seriously making excuses for her right now?
No, wait a minute. She's not making excuses. She's just...
Somebody just drove away and left Jake in the street. That woman doesn't know how to be anything but completely selfish to the core of her soul. And now my son is the latest to pay.
This was an accident, okay? We don't even know if Carly was the driver.
He's not angry with Carly. He's angry with God.
You said there was a suspect list. Who else is on it?
Oh, Luke, I don't know anybody else.
How'd you hear about it?
Luke came to the hospital. He told me he wanted me to be prepared because he thinks I did it.
What did the cops say?
They had my car. I had a planner the other day. I thought I had enough room and I just hit it. Terrible driver. But I was worried about Jocelyn. It's just an awful circle, isn't it? You know? Jocelyn's alive because of Jake, and your son's dead because of me.
I'm not ready to believe that.
That's because you always think the best of me, even when I don't deserve it. You've given me everything. And now I might have killed your son.
So Carly's car is being impounded. Look, given everything that's going on with her daughter, maybe I should handle the report, yeah?
If she turns out to be the driver, I'm pulling you off the case.
Fair enough. Got something else?
Well, we found the town car with the forged plates. It was on property leased by Theo Hoffman's holding company. We're running a vehicle ID now.
I can see Theo Hoffman hitting a kid and driving on.
This just came up from forensics.
The DNA they pulled from the bumper's a match. This is definitely the car that hit Jake. We have our driver.
I'm not angry at God. God didn't hit my child with a car. Carly did. yeah, I'm angry at her. I'm angry that Jake is dead. And that Carly's just gonna rise above it and keep on going like she always does. She drives like she lives, completely oblivious to anyone who gets in her way.
She's capable of a lot. It's true. Blackmail, larceny, maybe even murder under the right circumstances. But if she knew she had hit Jake, she would have stopped.
You would have, Dad. I would have. Not Carly. Not if it meant she had to stop for 1 second and think about someone else for once in her life.
You think she's not ripped up about this?
Wait, she already knows that she's on the suspect list?
Oh, I thought she should know.
So you told Carly before you told me.
Lucky you weren't answering your phone.
She had a right to know, cowboy.
My son just died. My son. And you're sitting here, you're talking to me about family etiquette and who has the right to know what about an investigation? I'm his father! I have a right to know! You have no idea what this is like. You have no idea what this is like.
Yes,
do you?
I do. I know what it's like to lose a son. I lost you. When we thought you were dead. We thought you were burned to death in that apartment above Jason's bike shop. I was angry, just like you are. The kind of anger that moves into your bones and it stays there. And it doesn't go away. And it makes so that you can't hear anybody. You can't see anything. You can't think. And I made a lot of mistakes. I said things I shouldn't have said. I blamed Jason and Sonny and thought that it was a mob hit that took you away from me. So yeah, I don't know the details, but I know the feeling. And I know the anger. I'm not telling you not to be angry. You have a right to be. I'm telling you to slow down.